Welcome to the Russia.
And you just pissed in my cup and gave me it. That's disgusting. What? That's rotten.
Okay. It's Manuka honey.
Right.
It's straight from the bee's arse.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And it is really good for you.
Aye. Why is that?
Because it's the highest MGO. I'm climbing up MGO every time I go and get honey. Welcome to the Russia and Span Show. Please please subscribe. We've got a number of things to get into, never mind Manuka honey.
Loads. But I did think, what's going on here? What has she done?
So, I really struggle with my chest. Someone had said to me, look, go and get a good Manuka honey. It's expensive, but it'll be worth its weight in gold. So what I do, I don't have a Lemsip. I tend to mix it with a Lemsip and I'm having one of them a day. And I think it's helped my chest.
Do you think so?
I think so. So I went downstairs just to make a cup. I don't have any Lemsip. And I thought I'll just make Russia one as well because it's so good for you.
Well, thanks.
This is proper New Zealand stuff.
It tastes like a real treat.
I think at my MGO is now 580 I'm on. So it's like the higher the MGO, the better the outcome. I don't know, the MGO is the
when
honey.
When did you become a scientist?
I get it in Holland and Barrett and I pay good money. Do you know how much that honey is?
Well, I remember once, I can't mind, it was a recipe I was making and it had to be Manuka honey and I swear it was like 15, 20 quid.
Yeah. Well, so mine is 55. 55 pounds.
55 quid? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
do you think they see you coming?
It's an investment because, you know, every time I'm sitting here, I'm coughing. Ask me since I've started doing this.
Mm-hmm. Cassim, that's it.
It's Holland Barrett, so it's like buy one, get one free. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's £55.
Sorry, I'm just trying to fix something on my YouTube.
The higher the MGO,
rude,
the better. It feels like you're being a little bit rude.
I'm actually just trying to turn on something.
Okay, straight into the comments, guys. How's it going? It's so good to see you. I feel like we've not done this in ages because she's in Ireland now. You do that. I'll go through these comments. Rue, hi to Laura. Rue, I came live from your TikTok. Elise, yes, I love your dedication. Guys. It's 5:30 a.m. in Australia, but let's do this. Let's do this. We're just here for a quick catch up. If we finish at 6 Australia time, you can get another nap and then get up and attack your day. Chelsea McCarthy says, need those mugs. I know they're amazing, aren't they? These mugs are amazing. We want to get merch done soon, but we're just trying to 1 minute put just one foot in front of each other at a time. Hi to Maddie, she said long time no see. Bobby saying evening girls. Shaban looking impeccable. Thanks so much. I'm very blonde now.
Bobby, you're at the wind
Bobby Sutherland, I'll send you that tenner, Bobby.
Bobby, you're taking the piss is what you're doing.
Saying I'm trying to poison you. Amy, hi. Alex, hi. Nuala, hi. Chloe, Andrea, Jenny, Jorge or George Oliver. I'm going to say it's Jorge Valenzuela. Hi, yeah, guys. Hope Harp. Oh, God, there's so many of you. Oh, God, straight in there. I just love it. I love the energy. Sorry if I've missed any names. I'm so sorry about her. She doesn't get out often.
It's not working. It does me nothing when it does this.
Do you know what? There's well, that's a lie. There is a Premier League football game in tonight, but it's good to kind of jump on a Monday night because I feel like Bournemouth Fulham. What are you doing? You're so obsessed with me, you're watching me back.
I just need to do it later, it's not working, let's do my tits in.
Well, I'm sitting next to you.
Let's do my nut in, is what it is.
What are you worried about?
I'm just going to need her.
Right, guys, talk amongst yourselves. See, she ruins everything. Can
you just sort out my... Won't let you there? No. Okay, I'll do it after. It's fine. But look, the show must go on. Anyway, what's happening, everyone? We're back. I'm back in the zone. I'm focused. I'm focused.
Guys, I've missed you. I've missed these comments. Just all of you being so kind and so lovely. So good to be here. Right, the thumbnail is already, not the thumbnail, the title grabs you because we did a podcast earlier. Just drink it, it's good for you.
It's rotten.
It's bogging. Not bad unless yours is stronger than mine. Yours is stronger.
Rat's arse, is that?
It's like a fishiness, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's just really
weird.
Sweet honey. Really, really sweet.
Can't say it's tasty.
Listen, you would sit and smash a bottle of Jaeger.
That's different.
Like, no one does that.
I don't do that. I've done that since I was like 20. I used to drink Jaeger and Red Bull as a drink, actually.
That could have been.
And then I realised that I was wired all night and it wasn't really worth it.
I've got a bit of a Red Bull addiction.
I've never been one to just have a can of Red Bull.
Yeah. I think at the moment with the hours, I'm like, oh, well, at least I know I'm having a hit because I don't drink coffee. But then I'm like, it has become like a habit. It's not like I do enjoy it, like a nice cold can of Red Bull, and everyone's like that. Why are you having that? As if I'm
3 times.
drinking acid.
Get to
Do you know
fuck.
what I mean? Right, I'll drink it then because it's so good for you.
It's disgusting.
Risha, that's about a fiver.
I don't-
Fiver's worth of honey.
I don't taste like shite. It smells like a dirty Hoover bag and all.
Does it?
Yeah. Oh, that's rough. That's rough as arseholes.
Cup's a bit dirty.
I wouldn't do
hate
that
dirty
to myself.
cup. Right, okay, we get it. Jesus
I tried
Christ.
it 3 times. It's not the one, guys. If you're actually wanting to make yourself sick, why don't you go and pour some Manuka honey into a cup with hot water and just whitey all over the gaff? Give it a go. Get back to me.
I actually love
loads
it.
to talk about.
Loads to talk about.
Loads to talk about.
She's back in the room.
Basically, we're nearing the end of the championship season, right? And it's very neck on neck there with Birmingham, who are sitting top. It's in their hands. Mad bird going tits out there, if you can hear that, sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah? Is it a cat or a bird? It's cats.
A baby? Cats are fighting.
Cats.
Cats are fighting
it's cats
outside the
meowing.
window.
Right, but listen, Birmingham, right? So they've got Durham. Never an easy game. Although I think it's a home game to Birmingham.
Right.
So that could take care of itself. But if it was Durham away, that's tricky.
Tricksters.
Right? Then they've got Newcastle away. Newcastle have been hitting a wee bit of form right now. Again, they'd have to go. Astro pitch. Tough. Not straightforward. Could be a really tough day for them.
Right.
Then they've got London City, final day of the season, at St Andrews. I don't know who London City have got. Can we get that up?
I don't look at London City stuff.
You seem to be a bit bitter about the whole thing.
I'm not over it. I'm glad you are.
I don't really give a shit, to be honest. Miss the girls, but some people you just think, what's the point?
What's the point in
Too
letting
many
that
gimps.
energy harvest,
Yeah.
you know?
Too many gimps about the gaff. You
many
actually
gimps.
see people for what they are, so
Gimp.
whatever. But the
You're a
girls,
gimp.
there's
You're
good
a
girls
gimp.
there. Would
You're a
like them to
gimp.
do well.
Yeah. No, by the way, we were with Shannon Cook today.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that final game of the season, the fact that it's so tight in the championship, and both of those teams, considering Birmingham had their moments in the past where maybe the women weren't being supported, like they've definitely injected the old cash money now, and we know London City are as well.
London City have got Southampton at St Mary's. They've got Durham at home, and then obviously away to Birmingham. So I would say that London City have a kinder couple of games than Birmingham.
Right.
How's Southampton at St Mary's? They fell off it. We know that. But
Right.
they'll be looking at end strong in the season, finish strong. So I think it'll be tight games. I love it. I'm actually really looking forward to it.
So that's the 4th of May.
Yes, that'll be Sunday the 4th of May.
It's
that game.
also the Manchester Derby, because I'm going to it at Old Trafford.
Really?
So you go there, I'll go to the Manchester Derby.
I mean, if I'm back for the podcast for the Monday, I'll make it work.
It's
if
a bank
I can,
holiday.
But I need to.
It's a bank holiday
I
as
feel
well.
like I'll be back right. Okay. Well, I'll check it out, but it would be a good wee trip.
If Birmingham win the championship and you're at the game, you may as well just stay with Lucy and go get the lashed.
Yeah, and then only if I actually what I got myself. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Come on.
Loads to think about. Lots to think about.
But what we do know is the championship is pretty juicy.
Yeah.
I had put in the title what's going on at Manchester City. We had a bit of a discussion about this today because I was very clear that I thought City were going to win the league. I thought that they had the possibility to win the Champions League. She's like, you're miles off it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Things change and injuries would change the circumstances. They have been ravaged with injuries.
I get that, but my point was saying about their squad, the strength and depth of their squad is still not really there. So you can see it right now with the injuries and players that they've got that are injured, they've still not then got the strength and depth. However, if it was Chelsea, which to me is really fascinating, touch wood, don't want to jinx anyone here, but you're looking at Chelsea right now and they're still in the thick of it, in the mix, going for, as it stands, the quadruple. That could change, and we've seen seasons gone by. You can be in it in the last few weeks and then it goes tits up and you might only walk away with one trophy, right?
Nothing's won in March, people. Or April.
Yeah. However, you still look at their squad, and obviously Sam Kerr's out. Who else? There's a couple. Maybe out.
Sam Kerr, yeah.
Yeah, but
official.
Well, she's back.
Is she back in
Yeah, she's
now?
back, yeah.
Right.
And you're looking at going, how
Breaking news.
are they managing to keep... I know the players have picked up injuries throughout the season, we know that. Naomi Girma out.
Of course.
But our Chelsea, look, it happens in football. I'm not going to sit here and say, the clubs are all doing it wrong. It's not about that. And I think there's people now employed that care and are passionate about looking after players. But I wonder, are Chelsea managing players better because they look at the fixtures and the schedules and they're like, we have to really manage players and maybe rest people. Therefore, we know that I can get 45, 60 minutes out of that player and then boom, this player's coming on. Is that what they're doing? I'm not sure. But it's intriguing, but Chelsea seem to be doing a wee bit of a better job than some other teams. But they do have the strength and depth. Sorry.
But Rue, if Man City had Vivian Miedema, Bunny Shaw, Alex Greenwood,
Lauren... my point?
No, but I was going to just ask you another question.
You've got dirty lenses.
These are brand new glasses.
Yeah, but they're dirty and I can see it.
God love you.
Yeah.
What I want to ask you though is
filthy.
You're so weird. If Man City had all those players available, Man City wouldn't
that's my point.
be.
That's like saying I could have played for Barcelona, but I don't.
It's not like that at all. You've got to look at how they started the season. You've got to look at what happened in match day 1 in the Champions League.
No, but that was match day 1 in the Champions League. The thing is, they've not been able to go on and continue.
Because of the injuries.
Not just because of that.
Yeah, it is.
No.
It is.
Yes, they're sitting out at the very end of the season here with, 10, 12 players injured.
Cass,
but
you've
that's
got
not
to
been
give
for the
them
full season.
Injury grace. It's been no. But since those players went away,
so they were missing 2 players for a long time, and
that
Alex
was Greenwood and Hemp.
But then what about
world class? Though?
So what about the rest of the squad at that point? What you're getting?
I think I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. Like Chelsea's situation are different because you're right. They have managed players differently, so therefore most of the players have been available. You get seasons where teams are absolutely wiped of injuries,
and I still think it didn't happen that early in the season for them. There was 2 players. You can't just then rely on 2 players.
When was matchday Wednesday in the Champions League? November. Right, so they were there for that. So they were in everything. And then those players drop away, and then they're out of it.
So you're saying because they had 2 players out for that time of the season?
Those players,
the players are unreal quality players, but then their squad's not big enough to then compete and be at the level that Chelsea are at right now.
I agree with you on that. They've not got the same squads.
But there's no point saying, they've got all these injuries now. Yeah, that's fine, but I'm saying they weren't in the running.
I think they were in the running. No, that's where I completely disagree with you.
Not sure.
They were, for me, stand out. They rattled Barcelona. I was there. I was like, wow, this is a complete. Now,
but
they've had a change in managers. I'm looking at that at the Man City Chelsea game, which again was a Vivian Miedema masterclass coming on at 45 minutes. But I'm watching them that night, and I'm like, players like Gracie Pryor and stuff. I'm like that he's introducing Nick Cushion, a change of manager halfway through the season. He's got one job, and that's to get Champions League football. He's now starting to mix up his squad. He's missing the starting players. If he had his first choice starting 11 available, they would not be in the situation that they're in.
But they're in the situation, so that's it.
What I'm saying though, if they didn't have that, then they wouldn't be in this situation. Do you agree with Rush or me? Don't say hard just because you're like, oh. I'm speaking sense here.
I get what you're saying, but then there's a bit where you're off it. You're just... Anyway,
we'll agree to disagree on that.
They've got a quality squad, but that's the whole debate at the start of the season has been Chelsea's are stacked, and that they will be able to handle having players injured,
right?
And they have. End of discussion. Case closed.
Fine. But Man City and Nick Cushion now had his players available. He wouldn't be a, Oh, I agree with Russia. Anyway, good debate all the same. One thing I was going to say was Man United. Just the subject of Man City. Man United. Anybody who... This is going to be the unpopular opinion. I think anyone who just wants a manager out because you think players don't like them are miles off it. Do you know what I mean? Managers aren't there to be everyone's friends. Do you know what I mean? It's so hard to manage that. I think Mark Skinner sounded like an unpopular guy last season, But I think the way he's muddled it and made it work, the signings that they've brought in, what they're doing this season is pretty remarkable. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've been better than Arsenal. They've been better than... Well, maybe not in the league now, but they look like they can get Champions League football now. That looks so possible.
What, so they have to finish third?
Yeah. Then they'll go through qualifying unless Arsenal drop
people won and blah blah. There's some weird way that would be.
Man City still have a chance mathematically as well to get third. Or second.
It's an exciting end to the season. Like I think when you look at the players that left, and then you look at the spot they're in, but United, they're always hovering about there. And do you know what? They probably don't get enough credit for actually. Yeah. They've not been in the league as long as people think, probably. Like, yes, they're a massive club.
6 years?
I don't
5
think
years?
it's 6 years.
6 years.
6. Maybe it's coming on.
Maybe it's 6 now.
Is it 5?
We're in 6.
I need to actually see what it is.
Always with you with the breaking stats.
But they've come, like, in a short period of time, they've actually come a very long way. So, and then you've seen some players, like, they're getting loads more minutes out of, like, Grace Clinton. Like they've got quality young players and then a mix of kind of experienced players. Obviously they lost Mary Earps, you're going, oh, Katie Zellum, few more, and you're going, oh. But they've kind of brought it back together. There was a point, what you're saying about managers, I don't know Mark Skinner. And there was a period where he was coming out in some of his pressers and I'm thinking, oh my God. If he's saying that kind of stuff in the team meetings, I would want to go to sleep. I'd be like,
you find him quite philosophical?
That? I just don't understand how that's getting anyone motivated for a game. Like after a game, if you're talking about a red wave and the wind blowing through your hair, I'm like, right, it's time for your bed. Like that's enough. So if I'm a player, I would be pulling my hair out. I've had managers before, and I'm not saying this is Mark Skinner. Like I said, I've never worked with him. I don't know him, and he's obviously a very good manager. What he's done and stuff like that. But there's got to be a point when you're talking that kind of drivel. People are tuning out and going to sleep. So hopefully he's stopped that, and that's why they're back.
No, see, I disagree.
What do you mean?
Once again,
you'd like somebody to sit there and talk about that pish?
I think he's trying to find a way to be a bit authentic. Maybe he's into philosophical stuff. Maybe that
people to sleep
inspires him. Therefore, he thinks that'll rub off.
No,
but everybody's different. I can't stand the managers
who are all anyone sitting there going like
wise guys. I can't
motivated.
I think it's a select few. Like people like you can't react well to this.
I'd be.
But then
diving out the window.
But for example, look at like say, Awuju and Tullis Joyce at Man United. Like Americans, Canadians, would they come in and be like? Because everyone's different, like have different kind of motivational. Would they like react well to that?
Yeah,
because Tullis Joyce has been the shining light, I think, to step into the shoes of Mary Earps and do what she's done. I mean, she was magic again yesterday. Magic. I'm like, fair play. So I actually think he is doing the right thing to motivate those players.
Maybe it's worked a bit more. Like I don't know. There's players obviously wanted to leave. Maybe they felt that they weren't getting where they wanted to be with United. New challenge, whatever. Mary Earps has seen that. Obviously, she fought Champions League and it didn't work out that way. Right now doesn't mean it won't change for her.
Yeah.
But he's obviously done something. He's got them back. But big season now. Like he's obviously signed another year's contract. Now they're going to start winning something. Yeah. So it'd be massive if they win this FA Cup.
We need to go with that. Shall we go?
When is it?
FA Cup final is. Hold on. Talk amongst yourself. Women's Adobe Cup final.
The FA Cup final is normally after the season. That's right, isn't it? So the season finishes.
Last one. 18th of May.
18th of May, right? So
hold on a minute.
What?
When's the Champions League? Week after?
Champions League games are on this weekend, aren't they? And then the final was probably, after.
Yeah, the final of Champions League's 23rd, so Saturday 24th of May. So the FA Cup is Sunday, the 18th of May. So let's put that in the diary, FA Cup. I'd like Man United to win because I think to retain that trophy would be great. Then I do look at just like, as you mentioned, like the way Chelsea are and they find ways to win and stuff like that, and how bolstered they are as a squad.
Will it become like if they do the quadruple? That is insane, isn't it? Like that's mental. Obviously for them, when you're in a cup, when obviously Sonia Bonpers or serial winner, when she's in these cup finals and competitions, she's only going out to win them. But even like literally the legal finish. There's no time to really enjoy it. They're on to the next FA Cup, but then it's the big one, Champions League. So you wonder, what not sacrifice, because we spoke about the strength and depth. They're obviously going out to win it, but will it just be a wee bit too much for them?
Yeah.
But intrigued to see, but it's going to be some end of the season, pure juicy, pure drama, just pure football. Hopefully great games, buzzing for it.
I agree. I think it's set up nicely, and I think the fact that it's the quality, with the standard of games.
I just want to remember thingy there. Chelsea have to get to the Champions League final.
Of course.
Yeah, and we'll know that.
They've got Barcelona
this weekend. Yeah. I mean, we're going to find out. Could that, like we just said, they're in 4 things. Could they be in 2 things very quickly?
This is it.
Do you know what I mean?
Life comes at you fast.
So we've got Real Madrid, Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, man. Cass.
Yeah.
Can we try and do a live stream?
Arsenal's beat Real Madrid, so Arsenal are through the semis. So they've got...
Sorry, it's Arsenal. Leon?
Yeah.
Leon, Jesus.
Joe Montemuro derby.
Yeah.
Which I think is an absolute fascinating throw up that tie.
Sorry, but the front three are Leon. And oh my God, have you seen it and like it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rush, I'm going to be in Ireland. I'm going to Ireland on Thursday. I have got zero Wi-Fi there.
What? I'll be meeting you. How? No, there's got to be Wi-Fi.
The Sunday, the 27th, is when the second legs are. So this week is the semi-final first legs.
Right.
Isn't it? This week, yeah.
Is it Saturday or Sunday? People drop in the comments
Sunday
quickly.
the 27th
Some miles off
of April is the second legs. Mm-hmm. Sunday 27th, and that's, I'm sure, Chelsea, Barca at the Bridge.
Right, so maybe only watch one leg. There'll be Wi-Fi in the cottage.
It's Jamie Ahern. No.
There will be.
We were there last year, the Wi-Fi died. I was trying to watch Celtic one night and the Wi-Fi was, you're right in the country there.
Right,
so
well I have to go up to a pub and watch it.
I'll be off. Like that. Yeah, I might actually try that. But on a Sunday, like we'll be, if we're back here. No, we're not, because we're there till the Monday. No, that's the following week.
What? Oh, we're...
First legs are this week.
I need
Sunday
a diary.
the 27th, the week after, look. So... First legs are here, and then the final legs are on the Sunday 27th.
So we can see, hopefully.
Yeah, one of those.
Okay. Yeah. All over the gaff we are. All over the gaff. Anyway, guys,
get
in the comments right now.
I'm glad you've watched that.
Sorry for wasting everyone's time there again. But get in the comments right now. Who is winning the first legs? Go on, get in. Who walks away first leg winners? Doesn't mean that until the
Can Arsenal get to a final of the Champions League? Rush.
Right, let's debate.
Go on. Now you be fucking careful.
What do you mean?
You be careful now, because don't rattle them.
This is, for Arsenal right now, this is massive. This is all they have to play for.
By the way, Russo, injured.
No, what's wrong with her though?
Did she not get a knee knock? So she was sent back to Arsenal from camp?
Yeah, but is she okay?
I don't know.
Could it just be precaution
Could
right now?
Be absolutely.
Just to get her fine?
But if she is out...
No, I think priority is maybe they would have... I feel like Serena would have seen the games and I think they would have been happy for players like that to go back to the club just to get ready for the big fixtures, right? I want to say that. She's fine.
Nala's saying she's meant to be fine.
She's fine.
Well, Nala, who's your source?
She's fine.
Nala, offer your source.
This is all Arsenal have right now, and it's massive. They'll be going, let's get to a final. We don't care who we're playing. And I think there's a bit of Arsenal going, it's not Barcelona right now. And I think they'll happily avoid them. But I've seen one of the Leon goals from the previous leg. And I don't really think there was much fuss about it. But as a player, watching it and the quality, how they just cut through. Was it Wolfsburg? They just cut through them. And the pace, the power, the speed, the technical ability of that team, I'm actually a bit like, no, Arsenal can't beat them.
Yeah.
But over 2 legs, I don't know.
Cup football.
Arsenal like to play at the Emirates. That's their home. They spanked Leon one year. Mind that? Can they do that again? I'd like to. I think Leon have improved. I think they have, but when you've got forwards like how do you pronounce her name? Jamorne. You've got Diani. You've got Chewinga. You've got like experienced back line, there's literally the players in that squad. Get the squad up. Talk a second. Let me get the squad
even
up.
like Renard. What's she won?
How many?
Has she won like 9 Champions Leagues or something? Nah, they've only won 8 times, haven't they? Or she won it with other teams, but yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a hard task.
Let me just get it.
Go on then.
Let me just get it reading it. This is a joke, right? So here's get fullback, Ellie Carpenter. Aussie experience.
By the way, Ellie Carpenter is a great player.
Yeah. Well, she's not at Leon for the Buzzcast, is she? She's there because she's a very good player.
She's not there for the good of her health.
Demorney, can't say her name. Demorney. I'll pronounce that better.
Melchi Dumorney.
The upcoming game. Wendy Reynard, being about the gaff. Ada Hegerberg, maybe isn't all starting.
High scorer in the Champions League.
Chawinga. Lindsay Haran, now heaps.
Yeah.
Van Dijk. Basha.
Yeah.
Diani.
Yeah.
Lissomer. De Brits.
Yeah.
Marjan. It's absolutely reeking of quality. It's reeking to the high heavens of absolute player FM.
I mean,
I don't guess. Arsenal have struggled this season, okay? Fair to say. They've obviously found a run of form here and there, and I know they've got great players, great squad, but they're not competing where they probably should be, maybe.
it's a Champions League winning team. Yeah.
And keep in mind, Leon, we need not win this trophy. We need to win this back.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Barcelona are now back-to-back champions. Obviously, what happened last year was Barcelona, Lyon again in a final, and Barcelona come out on top. And Lyon were, I would say, just not at it that day. They were disappointing.
I know what you mean, but I think in terms of final, it wasn't like a thrilling final. I think Lyon looked to be a bit like they just lacked a bit of ideas in the end, but they've got these two are Barcelona and Lyon are the best of the best right now. Do you know what I mean? And obviously throw Chelsea in there right now, but like they're serial winners. I can't wait for these games.
But because they
I look excited.
You look excited. You have a big smile. Your big brace face.
Big shout out to Harpenden Smiles, Cass. Harpenden Smiles looking after me and Shaban right now. Fixing our nashers.
You know what I'm like with my Botox? Best Botox I've ever had.
And the Botox, yeah.
Honestly, this Botox is so good. Sachin was mad needles like that, boom, boom, boom. But how are these getting on?
I felt like I was getting in... No, I didn't get in trouble today, but know how you're meant to have them in like 22 hours.
As much as you can.
But honestly, if there's any people out there, like people that play football, that say they've got them in for 22 hours every day, I'm like, no, I'm sorry, match day -1 and match day, there's not a hope in hell. All you're doing is eating, drinking certain juices, electrolytes. I have this card drink that I always drink, so you need to take the things out. You've got your protein stuff. You've got meal after meal after meal. Honestly, I wouldn't even like to say like the hours that they're actually in on 2 days a week. So I think it's a bit like they should be moving more. So I've got them in for a few more days, going to do a few more extra days and stuff.
They are moving, actually.
Do you think so?
Let me see. Show me your dog teeth again. Now your lips look very dry. I'm not sure
my
about
lips are in bits right
now.
now.
Why are they so dry?
I don't know. I've left my thing there.
Make me feel sick. Honestly.
Oh, what a shame.
You can see your teeth marks
and
on your
Botox.
lips.
My Botox is miles out, so I need to get it topped up now. But yeah, big up. Harpenden Smiles.
Yeah, thank you, Sachin and Iram, who've been looking after us.
And while I'm on that, while I'm on that,
oh, here we go.
I need to shout out
your hands so cold?
I've got really bad circulations in my hand and feet. Have you ever noticed that before?
You feel like a corpse.
Big shout out to Mooney's, Deansgrange Garage, Hyundai. Sorting me out in Dublin right now. Hyundai. Your mum.
There's an actual advert on the telly. And they go, it's Hyundai, by the way.
Is it? Okay, well, Hyundai.
And it's set in Glasgow.
Really? Hyundai. They've sorted me out with a nice wee tuxin.
I saw that wee red run around.
In line, nice inside, get me about the gaff in Dublin. It's very nice and... I like my car here, right? But in terms of like some of the stuff inside, it's got like your indicators, and then it shows you like a camera on the inside and all that kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, really like it. Even the parking's like even fancier, like even more extreme. So yeah, big up them too.
I feel like you're getting treated very well in Dublin. Like I feel like you've got a nice life over there. Like you've got, oh look at me, I've got a nice car. Oh look at me, I've got a nice place. Oh, I live next to the water now.
Shebs. I was in Bray. I like Bray. Bray's a cool place. I have basically just went and no, you know what I'm like with St Albans. I've literally just shat all over St Albans. I'm based in Dalkey. Now I'm a doggy, so I'm going to adopt the posh Irish accent and Dalkey.
I've never been.
Dalkey. Oh my god, it's stunning.
Really?
this is honestly a sin. Honestly, this place is a sin. You should see the gaffs. The scenes right across the, like just at Docky Harbour, Collingwood, just not far from there, literally looking out at Docky, the islands. Can do a wee boat trip over if you want. We should do it. Should do it one day, Cass. I'll be like, boat lever.
So this is what they call the Irish Riviera, is that right?
Well, I think all along that, like Dunleary, Bray, Docky, Killiney, all that, all the way down. That's kind of classed as the Irish Riviera, I guess.
Very nice.
But it's absolutely stunning. So, Cass, I've been hammering the water.
Good for you.
I'm in the water, in the sea. It won't stop. I'll be doing it at least 2-3 times a week, getting my dip in there. But beautiful spot, man.
I'm happy for you. By the way, another
What?
free kick goal.
No. Cheers, Cass.
I mean, Rue, a bit of credit where it's due for yourself. Okay, Miss Humble.
Well, Cass,
but you know, I think to have that precision
I
is good.
really liked doing free kicks, but the thing is, the last few years, this sounds shite. I feel like you only take free kicks if you stay and practice them. Is how I feel. My Achilles, I'm like, as soon as the session is done, I'm off there because I'm like, I don't need to be on these any longer than I need to. Currently, they're in a bit of a nice place. I need to actually go and take more at the end of training and start doing it.
The Achilles.
I know I can feel them a little bit right now, but I'm in Dublin, so I'm due a top up, so I can pop in, get them topped up, and keep doing my loading and stuff like that. So.
Well, good. I mean, I think keep going. You're making me like the League of Ireland because now I'm like, oh, what's this happening? Oh, Peamount. That's a bit of an edgy one, isn't it? Bit of a rivalry
that was
there,
an
like
old school game.
Bit spicy.
That was it was fun in terms of it was an old school kind of game. In terms of football, there wasn't much football being played. It was quite transitional at times. It was a bit heated at times. There's a few wee tackles flying in here and there.
Nice.
So it was old school, but what I would say is like on Ireland, I'm being there, and I kind of had a feeling I knew what it would be like. But when you're there, I'm just like, it is screaming out for investment. There's like players there, young players coming through, but they need more support. And like I said before, like there's stuff that we have to push it, but it needs investment so badly. Even like the facilities, everything needs to be improved. It needs to be improved, and I'm saying this because I'm like, I understand why young players would leave Ireland because it's not full time. If you get the chance to go and play full time football, you're training full time, and you're not having to work or whatever like that. It's a no-brainer. You would go and do it. And then again, maybe you're not going to play every game, but I like that they're getting the taste of it. They might have to go somewhere else on loan to play, but I'm like, Ireland is falling behind right now, and we need investment. It's crying out for it. There's talent there, but more needs to be done, and I don't want to see Ireland fall behind because I know I'm at the later stage of my career. I'm at the end of it. So it's like, while you're there, you want to try and help and be of some kind of use while I'm there. I don't know how long I'll be there for right now, but it's almost like it's frustrating. I'm like, oh my God, like, come on, we need to do something. So people, if you know people
with money, we need
investment here in Irish football to take it along, and fingers crossed that one day it can happen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it helps when you've got people with platforms who are going to use it to try and speak out. I mean, no one's expecting any sort of charity, but
and I don't want to come across like, oh, this isn't good enough, because there's people that have worked really hard behind the scenes, and probably some people that have volunteered behind the scenes that have taken it to where it's got to, and credit to that, and now it's time to push it on another level. And I want to see that happening.
And I think another thing as well is that this isn't Ireland, League of Ireland women, it's the League of Ireland. It's, you know, in general, that whole league needs an injection of something, you know, as well. It's not the most state of the art, but the better the facilities get, the better the standards become, the better the players go, because they want to be places that is. I mean, I think it's a reasonable shout, you know. So keep going strong, Cass.
Yeah.
Up the old Shamrock Rovers.
On the Rovers.
Can you win the league? Like, what's the story?
Oh, it's early days yet. It's only 4 games in, maybe 5.
It'd be so good if you won the league in Ireland. I'd get so lashed.
But you know what? Like, I wouldn't even get into that right now because we've got such a young team. Such a young team, and there's maybe teams that are maybe a wee bit ahead right now, but there's so much potential there. We've got girls that are like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19
wow.
playing in the Women's League. So that's where you go. There's somebody. I'm glad there's some of them are getting they're out their comfort zone and they're getting to play. So some of them have got really bright futures ahead of them. But yeah, a long way to go. But.
Good. Listen, we've gone well over our time. One thing I was just going to mention, because we haven't already, is Rue and I have our show. Our first show on stage. It's happening on the 26th of September. We're going to Radlett. It's a theatre in Radlett. What I'll do is I'll put the link in the comment. In the comments box at full time. Sorry, full time when we wrap up this chat.
90 minutes.
Now, some people are crazy. They're like that. Oh, I've booked my tickets. I'm thinking about coming from Australia. I'm like, no, you're mental. You're absolutely mental.
Nobody's
Don't you dare do that. We'll come to you. That's the plan. We're going to hopefully go worldwide, but this is our first show. It's in Radlett. It's going to be a mix of podcast live stories, things you haven't heard before, Q&A mixed with a DJ, hopefully a nice fancy giveaway, and just a good night out, good vibes only.
Yeah. I think there's a few people wondering why it's there, but right now for us it makes sense. But what I will say is we'll get something sorted so that people. It's very easy to get to. I'm lisping all over the place here.
Do you know, if you're an Arsenal fan and you go to What's Its Chops, then you can get to Radlett. I'm going to put the link.
If you can get to London, there's trains from London to Radlett. It's accessible.
There you go. I'm putting the link in the chat now.
So get on it, troops. Take your friends, take your family. Hopefully it'll be a good day, but only come if you're up for the bands and you're going to bring atmosphere. We want that.
Some people have messaged me privately like, who can I want to go, but my mum's not letting me, and I'm oh god, like there's not an age limit on this.
Well, there is.
Just
it's
remember,
not for
kids. This YouTube is not for kids either. So if you're breaking the rules, shame on you. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really good night. Hopefully we'll get more tickets
because there'll be a bar.
You can still have kids in a bar.
Depends the venue and stuff. We need to check that out.
Right, but anyway, get your tickets anyway. I don't think it is. I think you can get tickets. But yeah, and hopefully we'll have more coming up. But if you are like to go to the Arsenal games, it's very close to there. It's just along the road at Radlett, very close to us as well. We'd appreciate your support, and hopefully many, many more shows to come, and we'll get to your areas as well. That would be the absolute dream.
Yep.
One other person we just wanted to give a massive shout out to, because I know he's watching, is Rory McIlroy.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, we sat and watched the Masters last night, and I love golf. I love it, and I got so much more into it over the last since being pregnant. I think because I was saying my son Brooks was the golfer, Brooks Koepka, who went on a run the year I was pregnant, and I was like, I like that name Brooks, and I kept dreaming that Brooks was in my DMs trying to ask me out. He didn't. But anyway, Rory is the reason I like golf.
Yeah,
he's the guy, and that last night, the emotions. What would that be like as an athlete to be able to be that focused and on your 17th attempt to win the elite of the elite in a sport where you are on your own?
I feel like he's the only one that's done that.
Well, there's 5 others.
He's obviously won. Yeah, I mean, but like that, 17 years. There's got to be a point where he's been going, no. People probably close to him are going, right, just maybe pack it in. Maybe don't. Let it go.
Maybe you're not going to do it.
That. Yeah, he's obviously just had that ambition and drive that he wanted to get it.
Yeah.
And what an achievement! But I love that kind of just. He obviously started golf so young, because he's a young guy himself. 35.
What's so funny is the first time he was on the telly was the Jerry Kelly show in Ireland.
Really? Yeah.
And I texted Leah Milligan today. Because that's Jerry Kelly's niece. Do you remember that?
Right.
When we used to go to Ireland, and I was like, we were trying to get Jerry Kelly for the show because he was the first interview.
Oh.
The Rory McIlroy. He's the one where he's chipping the balls into the washing machine.
Right.
Have you seen that? It's very cute, but again, he's just a wee boy.
Yeah.
Bless him, and you think he's just dominated for so long. He'd won every major aside from the Masters, and that was the monkey on his back. And oh my god, the emotions last night. We were crying, weren't we? We were like, oh my god,
really
love him. Yeah,
I'm
love him.
A big golf fan, but I've always said once I stop playing, I think I'll get into it, because I get too angry because I'm not good at it and I can't dedicate my time to it. Sorry, but watching that's the first time I've sat down and actually watched golf, and I was pure tuned in.
You were like that,
and I enjoyed it. I know, and then it was actually just really emotional. But it was seeing him emotional.
Yeah,
just seeing what it meant to him, and you're like, it was so cute. But you could just see it was probably just a relief.
Huge relief.
Oh my god, I'm not going to proud of himself. He's done it for him. But I'm sorry, the background noise would have been chipping away at him. Do you know what I mean? People saying, oh, he's going to fail again, oh, he's going to bottle it. But it showed his mental strength. He's obviously worked on that too. So credit to my Rory.
For everything he's achieved so far, now he is one of 6 players ever to have won the Grand Slam in golf, and that is a hard sport, I think, to be able to do on your own and to get in your head. But the pressure he would have been under to go ahead and then do it, get to the playoff. When the playoff happened, we were like, okay, he can control this moment. You know, he slept in a playoff earlier on this season. I just think he's absolutely magic, and we're going to Northern Ireland this week for Easter, and I'm taking the kids to Hollywood. We're going to get out the car and I'm going to say, look around you, look at this town, look at where this man came from, and you set your dreams high.
Because I'm sure they'll be like that as 5-year-olds.
Ever give up. And that is the message for tonight.
Right.
All right? If you've got your dreams, don't let anyone tell you no, and you go for it.
Follow your dreams, guys.
Follow your dreams. Anyway, look after yourselves, guys. Make sure you get tickets to the show if you've been really super snazzy and really super sweet. Thank you for all your comments. Like and subscribe. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye.